Queen PR, Krista B, those wrestling girls, TWG, Black Excellence, making it effortless. Podcast bringing up women and wrestling. Let's go.
Hey, everybody. Hope you guys are having a great time. We know it's a Monday, but this is something special that we had to do. We definitely had to do it because we're like a week, maybe less than a week away.
Ooh, girl, about, what's today's date? The 17th? So
17th.
12 days and counting?
12 days out. So, as you all know, it's one half of those wrestling girls, Krista B here, and I am here with 1/3 of the Tears Podcast. How are you feeling today, Janelle? How are you?
Girl, every day is a blessing, but you know what it is? It's like I feel like I'm in show mode, which is weird because it's not even like the day of, but it's just so much that's going on, and every day it's something. So it's just like I'm on autopilot, but I'm good. I'm here. Yeah. How about yourself?
I'm good. I took the day off, had to get me together.
Good for you.
Definitely had to get me together. Had to take it off. So, but I'm good. It's been a week and it's only Monday. So that says a lot, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a week and it's only Monday. But you know, I'm good. I'm getting ready to go on vacation next week. So I'm very happy about that.
Where you going?
I'm going to Jamaica, girl.
Oh, so you missing the show?
No, I'll be back on Friday.
Oh, okay. So that's fine.
Right. Definitely
bring back sign from Jamaica. Okay. That's exciting. Good for you.
I'm gonna have to take the big suitcase because I always leave with more than I came with.
Makes sense.
Last year when I was in New Orleans, I had a little cute. No, I had a big suitcase, but I had to buy another little cute one because I'm always leaving with more than what I came with. So I'm coming out the airport with 2 damn suitcases, and I'm just like, oh. And it's only me. I'm not packing with nobody else. It's just me.
Little old you coming down the airport.
Real bag lady over here. But we are here because, like, we're going to definitely talk about Jobberslam 3.
Yes.
And I just want to give people a preview of what they should expect. And this video is courtesy of Battleclub Pro / Jobberslam Podcast. So just please stay tuned for this video.
That is a good preview.
That's a great preview. If you guys are not following Battleclub Pro and not following Tears Podcast on social media, I don't know what you guys are doing. If you're not following those wrestling girls on social media, I don't know what you're doing because we're going to be there front and center. And
well, that's good.
We're so excited. So this is the third one. How do you feel? Like, what's running through your mind being that you're like on year 3 of Jobberslam?
I feel like the ongoing joke that I got one more left in the bank. I tell people like the behind the scenes. I'm like, listen, right. I got one more left, and y'all, that's about it. But no, after the first one, I really just didn't think like I was cool with the first one. Like if that was the one and only, I was okay with that. Like I was absolutely satisfied with who came, who supported, who was there. All of that. So like the first one is always going to be near and dear to my heart. Us doing the second one, I feel like now doing it more times it's a challenge. It's like, how do we up it? What do we do different? How do we get people shocked and be like I just can't wait to see everyone's face when they see Simon Miller's partner. I literally, it is the worst, best kept secret in my life right now. That only us and my boyfriend Michael Bostic is in the background. Everybody that's on their crutches. He done fractured his toe, so he home for the next few weeks. So he all right. But I know I'm so sad. But yeah, no, it's always that like, how do we up it? How do we take it another level so people can talk about it? Because that was the one thing I remember after the first one was everyone was talking about it. Whether it was good, bad, or indifferent, people were just super excited and like felt a part of the show. Yeah. And that's always my biggest thing is I want everyone that comes to feel that they're a part of the show and that they have a place here at Battle Club Pro. So like I'm excited, but did I think 2 and 3 were gonna come out? Not really, but
it's like, how did you not think it? Because like you said, number 1 was a moment for everybody. It was the first one that has been done. You know, we like different podcasters from all over came out to support you. Podcasters that we kind of ran into on Twitter or whatever. Because mind you, this was like mid-pandemic-ish. Like we were just like,
it was like fresh out of COVID. It was everyone hadn't seen each other in a long time, and that's why I always say the first one was the barbecue that everybody needed in their life, because literally, and I was happy more for y'all, for everyone on the podcaster side to be able to network and connect with people they haven't met yet and they only knew online, and to see the collaborations that came out of that to me was the biggest prize of them all, because it was literally like I just needed everyone to be in one space, and I knew y'all would take care of the rest.
Absolutely. Like I went almost viral. I went semi-viral arguing with Matt from Black Wrestling Podcast from across the gym. Also me over here doing what I do best, which is like crack jokes and tell people off to Rev Ron. Watching Swole and Tasha Stills put on a killer main event.
Mind you, that was Swole. So when we first got to the venue, because I had to go get her, the first thing she said was, "I've never main evented." And I said, "Wait, what? What you said?" And I'm literally doing the gift bags for the sponsors. I'm not even in that conversation. And she just said it in passing. And I was just like, nah, this is a moment. This is a moment now bigger than what I thought it was. Right. Because for her to say that and it to be 2 women of color to main event the show, it was, everything was strategically done.
And it was a title change.
And it was a title change that no one saw coming. So like everything that happened, even with main event, they didn't know they were winning the tag titles that day. Right. Like the utter shock that everyone saw live was real because they had no clue. So like that's what I mean by like everything is strategically done so that everyone's a part of the show in some way or fashion. So like the first one was that. The second one, I think for us was just to be able to build upon it. And what was dope about doing the second one was that it was following Black Girl Magic. So it was the same weekend.
Yeah.
So it literally was like Black Excellence Weekend. So that was dope to do. Shout outs to Taylor. That's kicking it at the Fallout Shelter, but that's her baby. So we were blessed to be able to do it back to back. And now this year it's dope because we get Jobberslam 3 and then we also get a viewing party because NXT's pay-per-view is the next day. So now everyone that's coming, but now everyone that's coming is gonna really get a Jobber Tears experience because you're getting the show and you're getting the viewing party. Like I got my homeboy, shout outs to Chris from Heels for Life podcast. He's coming from Milwaukee, Wisconsin to the show. Wow. I didn't even think he said, he was like, I'm coming, and you know, you got to take people's word with a grain of salt. So I was like, okay. But then when he messaged me saying, I got my flight, I got my Airbnb, I'm coming, I sponsoring, like I said, okay.
It's real. It's real. It's a real thing. Like,
that's how it's been feeling now. Now it's just like, okay, now this is like the Jobber Tears experience weekend. So like now
it's just like, what is a summer without having a Jobberslam? Like I'm literally just like,
I don't know. Like, created a monster like this.
I did, and it's just like with Black Wrestling and they BRP 50 list. Like, what is a whole year without a BRP 50 list? Or what is a whole year going by without a TWG celebration party?
Right, your anniversary party, your November party.
Like, how do you? You're right. It goes back to how do you actually top yourself for the following year? Like, it's the most craziest thing ever. But you know, the ideas are gonna flow. Everybody's going to support. The energy is going to be there.
Now, I'm just going to say, because some people were like telling us, like, y'all should do a WrestleMania weekend. I'm here to tell y'all that's not happening. I'm not competing with GCW. I'm not competing with none of them. I'm going to let them have that in Philly. But, you know, even looking at next year, it's like for me, my swan song would be able to do it outside of New York. And I feel like that's where next year's direction should go and should be, is it being out of New York and it being in a different city that we love and that supports us. So You know, we looking at DMV. We've always looked at Charlotte. Charlotte's like a second home. Maybe even Atlanta for a little bit here and there.
I love Atlanta.
But like you got like, so that I feel like if there was a how I'm gonna up this year, next year, I think the goal is to do it outside of New York.
Absolutely. I mean, it's like you have wrestling family everywhere you go. But you mentioned DMV, and we're literally off of the heels of BlurredCon.
Woo.
We were on a panel together, Those Wrestling Girls Tears Podcast. Shout out to Doc. Shout out to Black Wrestling. Shout out to everybody who came out and supported. And their Black Wrestling panel was good too. They were literally after hour. Like,
it was so interesting, the dynamics of the different panels this year, because last year's panel was a complete different panel than what we did and what Black Wrestling did. So like, it's super dope that in our own ways we were able to do something different.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that we were able to get everybody involved, because really it's a conversation. Like,
it is.
The one thing I love about wrestling is that it's a conversation. No one's right, no one's wrong. Let's just talk about it. So no, it was really dope this year.
And I love the fact that you were the one who threw the question, like threw the conversation to the audience first. Before we got into, before we thought we was going to get into the typical panels, like what made you start this podcast.
Yeah, like I didn't want that
stuff. Like we it's like we can explain it till we're blue in the face. If y'all don't know, then y'all don't know. I am tired of explaining why. But it's also great to see people from all over come to us place like BlurredCon, which is which is literally for us as Black people coming together, sharing their love for everything Black nerds.
Mm-hmm. Listen, the whole time leading up to it, I kept saying, I was like, this is the Black Comic-Con, which I don't know.
It is.
Like, which I don't know.
I came back saying that, like, this is the Black Comic-Con, and
they don't get the props that I feel like. So if anybody next year, BlurredCon, if you are into the comics, the anime, the cosplay, and you are a person of color, like, that is such a great way. Like, it is, I think, one of the dopest cons to go to, because of that aspect of no one's judging, no one's looking at you crazy, everyone's excited to take a picture with you,
right?
Like, that's like everyone's cosplay is a conversation piece.
Yes, like, and it's just like P and I were talking, P was just like, yo, this makes me want to do cosplay next year. I said, listen, if I do cosplay, I'm coming either as a part of Gryffindor House from Harry Potter, or I wouldn't say Bianca Belair because that's just too easy. I may want to come as Becky when she got her nose busted.
I'm dead.
Because that was like when she hit her peak. After she got her nose busted. But
yeah, that she still ain't thank Nia Jax for, but I digress.
I mean, I do have an Irresistible shirt on, right?
Like, that was, you know what's so funny? When we were in Dallas for Mania weekend and we went to WrestleCon, and we met Nia Jax, I told her, I said, yo, she still owes you a thank you. Like, straight up.
I know Nia was just like, yeah, I know.
She laughed. She was like, but I was just like, no, dead ass. She owes you a thank you, because there wouldn't have been no main event if there wasn't that type of like that. That was the beginning of it all. So
that's true.
She owe her a lot.
Do. Becky, give this girl her thank you and her flowers, please. That's all we're asking of you. You can
please.
Still be the man. You can still beat up Trish Stratus, do all that, but just, give her flowers while she can still smell them. Because there was a point where you couldn't smell any. So
at all.
Okay. But back to Jobberslam, because you said something, I'm just like, oh, I need to know. I mean, I know you're not going to tell it.
I'm not, and it's so funny. Whose show did I do the other day? And I felt like I was on the Backstage Brawl. Shout outs to Randy and Eric.
Backstage Brawl.
It was on the tip of my tongue because I knew they would pop, and I said, I can't say nothing. Never mind. Every time I talk about it, I'm like, it's Simon Miller, and y'all can't get that.
Listen, am I going to throw a chair? Just let me know if
You may.
All right. So now you need a designated throw chair in this direction so nobody gets hit.
You may, actually. It's going to be one of those like, wait, what?
Because I'm so surprised at the fact that Wilkins is stepping back into a ring for like the third time now. After he said
he's a fibber.
He was never gonna do it ever again because it really, really hurts.
Listen, you talking about somebody that's been training over 2 years.
I know
that he talks a good game, but he know damn well Get your ass in that ring and let's go.
Get in the ring. This is what you've been doing.
Because in all honesty, that was the goal for the first Jobberslam.
For him to
wrestle. But with COVID, it delayed his training and he didn't feel comfortable. He didn't feel ready. And I'm in no place to push anybody. I always listen to my team. I listen to the people that I work with. And when he was just like, I don't want to half-ass it, I said, then you don't. Right. Which was why then fast forward, then that January show was when him and Simon did the match. So it was like
an amazing match.
Let him know.
Super amazing match. And I've told him plenty of times, like, yo, like, y'all put on a banger. Like, and I know that y'all been talking smack and having these face-to-face. I think the first one was at Mania, Dallas. Mania.
That was an act. Anything footage, Dallas was God's plan.
Yeah.
We went to Wale Mania. We was all in the VIP, chilling, hanging out. I didn't even think, first of all, I didn't even think that was going to be they crowd. But I was like, okay, they here. So that's
everybody was there.
Culture was there. But then what ended up happening was night one, we were leaving and we were heading back to the Mania Club bus or trying to find it. And he was outside in the parking lot doing the ups and downs and we had passed him. So I had heard his voice. I said, I think that's Simon. So we literally ran over there. So that clip or segment, if y'all go back and watch the ups and downs from WrestleMania Dallas night one, Wilkins is in the video. And I think I am too a little bit, but that was a complete, like, when I heard his voice, I said, nah, you got to go over there. We got to get footage. We got to do this because we were building up to the match. So it just, everything in Dallas, that was God's plan. That was not something we expected or anticipated. And Simon's been such a one, like, even from when we interviewed him during the pandemic, he's just always been wonderful to us and wonderful and always supportive. So, like, I'm super excited he's coming back. Yeah.
From that interview when y'all interviewed him?
Yeah, it was the seeds that were planted, and then really Dallas was where it kicked up a notch. So,
I mean, I'm for it. I was all for it then, and then he put on that match, and then he said he wasn't going to get in the ring again. But I really popped for Wilkins during the gray sweatpants match last year. Like, I think I still have the video where I literally started to record, and then it's like you blinked and he was out so fast, and I'm just like, oh my God, like, I can't post this. Like, but I'm just like,
but that was the point. The point for him being, and that was actually like last minute decision too. But the point of it was to give the taste that everybody had been wanting to see and wanting him be in the ring. So it was just the taste of it, and then that was that. But that's funny because I remember that, and everybody was like, "Oh my God!" And I was just like, "Oh Lord, if they only knew."
And it's funny too, like right before that match. So I was over with Black Wrestling in when you come in on the right hand side. So they were looking for chairs, and one of the Black Wrestling friends picked up the chair that had the cucumber under the chair.
So they was running around looking for that chair. I remember that.
No, they were looking for chairs to sit to watch the show, not knowing that chair was going to be a part of that match because of the cucumber. So we looked and we over here cracking the most jokes. Like, I promise you, I could not stop laughing at all. It was the most funniest thing ever. I said, yo, you better go put that cucumber back, go put that chair back. You might as well just stand or something because I'm telling you, they're going to need this for a match. And then lo and behold, when they put it back.
Listen to you.
No, he put it back. That's how he was able to put the cucumber. I'm like, see, told you. Now they match would have been fucked up if you didn't go put that cucumber back.
Right.
So we need a section of like, don't sit here. If they're using chairs and props, do not sit here. This is
that's fair. That's good to know. And what's cool is like this year, I'm actually trying out something totally new for like sponsors that don't really want to like OD sponsor, but just like that does media, that does content creating. So I created a media pass. It still allows the person to sponsor a talent, but I'm going to have actually a section roped off for anyone that does have a media pass, and they'll be able to do interviews, get drops. It'll be an actual dedicated section to that. Because I know that's something a lot of, even like when we sponsor and stuff like that I would like to see. Like there's a one area where you can go to the talent can go to that one area and it's designated and everybody can go and interview and do this and do that and chop it up. Like, I really wanted to create a space for that. So we're trying it for the first time at Jobberslam. So I'm actually really excited about it. So a lot of people actually have done the media pass. So it's really good to see like people being interested in the different things we're trying to offer.
We love that. Well, we will have to sign us up for media passes too. We're gonna have to talk about that offline.
Yeah.
So you're also co-owner or part owner of Battle Club Pro. So how does that tie into, or what is your workload now after it's tied, like you being a part of Jobber Tears and then also you being a part of Battle Club Pro when it comes down to Jobberslam?
I'm just glad that I have an office job in a sense and I have my own office. So like during the day actually is where I'm able to do a lot of administrative stuff for the show and for Battle Club and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. But it's just, I really don't know how I balance it all now that I think about it, but
then don't think about it because then
I just do it. Like, you know, and you know, like I said, I will never say I have a great team. I have a great support system, whether it's at home or with the boys or with Joe and the team at the school. Like, we have a really good support system, and I feel like I'm really good at telling people, like, all right, listen, this is what you're good at. I need you to take care of this. Like, delegating is definitely my life and savior, because if it was up to me, I would do everything, but that's not realistic. Right. So I have to delegate certain things that, you know, are a little extra, but I may not have the time to, but somebody else can do it, and I know they can. So it really is just about delegating and just having a great support team. And like I said, and that includes you guys too. Like, that includes literally every person that has put their time, money, and effort into whether it's Jobberslam or just the Jobber Tears podcast. Like, you guys are really the driving force of everything that goes on. So really, if there was really no y'all, and I'll be like, it's whatever. It's okay. All right.
That's true. The support is real from all
over. Yeah. And it goes vice versa. And I feel like us as a community, which was why the panel at BlurCon was so important and so dope, because they were able to see, like, we hold it down here at home and we all support each other in different ways that we. So it just was good. It was a good positive outlook, I think, when we did the panel, so that they saw, like, okay, they not all fighting each other. They not all, you know, because everybody always thinks like we all competing against each other. And it's like, we all do different things. Yes, it's wrestling, but we all do different things and different point of views. So it's dope that we're able to do that all together. So.
Right. And the space is always space for everyone. It's just those who choose to share it. Mm-hmm. Or choose to, like, actually make room at the table, choose to actually, you know, make that space. Like, there's like, yeah, we always say Jobber Tears created a space in a lane for those wrestling girls, which we are definitely appreciative for, and we love so much. Wrestling Realm also welcomed us with open arms once we started Black Wrestling. Like, but it's you guys who created these lanes for all of us, for us to come under one roof, to share our love for wrestling, to share our love for and appreciation for Black wrestlers, because we don't often see that.
Right. And I think that was the most important part, was there was a way for all of us to acknowledge the hard work of everyone around us, and putting that spotlight on everyone that does, everybody does certain different things, you know, like you guys being at the media stuff with WWE and things like that, like that pushes all of us forward. Like, your win is my win, and vice versa. So I think as long as we're all in that type of mindset where we're like, all right, if somebody else can do it, I can do it, then cool. Then we'll all be able to work together a little bit better. But I'm thankful that we're not catty, we're not petty, it ain't none of that. It's never been that type of vibe with neither y'all or anyone we've collaborated with, that we've shared space with, and that's the beauty that wrestling has been able to do that for us.
Yeah, that's true. Wrestling literally brought us together, and we're really not going anywhere. Like,
no.
Wrestling isn't going anywhere. We're not going anywhere.
The actors don't strike. The people that do stuff on set don't strike. Wrestling ain't going out of damn place.
Not going anywhere.
It is COVID proof.
Right. Okay. Once they realize they can do it without through COVID, that's it. Like we're
right. Like I was just like, oh, this is different.
It felt weird at first. We're like, hey, you're gonna watch it because we're gonna make noise at home regardless.
Well, that WrestleMania where everybody was on Zooms and doing that, I was just like, this is very weird. But I'm here for it.
Yeah. We were still able to have it. We were still able to have it. Right, Vaughn? Wrestling doesn't know what a strike is.
No, there's no time off. There's no nothing.
There's nothing. I mean, some things got to be tweaked and get better, but for the most part, they're here to entertain us. We're here to be fans. We're here to, do what we do as podcasters, as fans, as friends, as everything together. So it's always a good time to watch. But Janelle, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, girlie. Oh no, you got me on a Monday as I'm trying to watch Raw, but it's recording.
I was watching it too, but I didn't want to say anything.
When you had first asked me Monday, I was just like, low key, it is actually the only real day I really can record too. So I couldn't even lie on that one. I was like, yeah, nah.
I promise you wasn't going to record. If you wasn't able to record, we would have figured out a way. We was
going to do it regardless because you know what? At the end of the day, as much as you guys give me my flowers, I got to give that back to y'all because I didn't have the opportunity to do something with another Black woman. So the fact that the both of you can come together and do what you guys do, like, I'm always the biggest cheerleader in the room because that shit is dope and no one can tell y'all different.
Thank you. We didn't think it would be easy either, but we're here. It's not easy, but I'm talking about in the sense of getting along so well. Like we learned how to put the wrestling stuff aside when we need to and be friends. And people don't understand that. Like P is literally like my sister, just like Wilkins and Mr. Black are like your brothers. He is literally like my sister. Like we can literally put the rest. Like we hung out over the weekend and we put the wrestling stuff aside.
I was like, Duce. I was like, where was my invite? I like Duce.
I got 2 bottles in the refrigerator, girl.
Bring it to Jobberslam.
Okay.
I feel like we need to have a lounge. Maybe I have to think about a lounge section for the niggas. I may have to
right. Okay.
But also too, I'm gonna try to keep it as organized, but we are planning to do karaoke in the city after Jobberslam. If you guys are everyone is welcome to come roll out. It's one of the things I actually love to do is after the show, if I'm not dead tired and everyone's not dead tired, like if we have some of the talent here and if we're here, like to be able to have like hang out, you can't buy that anywhere. Like the last show we had where we had Brian Keith, we had the new MLW world champion, Alex Kane. Shout outs to him.
Shout out to him. Black excellence.
And we had Calvin Tankman. Girl, after that show, we went to the movies.
Oh, okay.
We took a whole row and we went to go see Transformers. But it just was so dope because how many people can be like, yo, I went to the movies with Alex Kane, Calvin Tankman, and Brian Keith. And everybody was cool and everybody was chill. Like it's everything about Battle Club says family. And that's my last said is that it is a family vibe at all times. So everyone is
always welcome. Those moments. Like even at the end of the first one, remember I was like, those wrestling girls and Job and Tears need a picture. Remember, I was yelling.
Yeah, grabbed everybody.
And then Swole jumped in, Tasha jumped in, and everybody, that's like the epitome of Black excellence.
I absolutely love
the electric slide.
I absolutely love the organic relationships and moments that we have because that exact same moment that we had at Jobberslam when we actually had at WrestleCade, there's a picture of us. It's like me, Wilkins, Chad, JTG, Kiera, Faye, Stevie Ray. Like it's a whole bunch of it, but it started off as just us taking a picture with Stevie Ray. And then everybody started calling everybody over, and we were just like, "We here." But those are the moments that I live for. Those things, those are dope. So, but thank you for having me on. Short and sweet, but I love it to the point. I'm here for it.
Absolutely. Let everybody know where they can find these tickets because we know they're selling crazy.
So tickets are still available. Front row is still limited, so make sure to purchase those ASAP if you do want front row. Math.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you because I gotta always hear that. Why can't I get a seat? Why can't I say? Because what are you doing, sir? But the tickets are on sale on brownpaper tickets.com. You can always just Google Jobberslam 3. It'll come right up. Once again, and we also do have, for those that are coming like with friends, we do have a 4-pack for $100. So that's something new we started to try to do, see if that works. To bring a friend, to bring a friend, to bring a friend.
Right.
But yeah, brownpapertickets.com. You can get tickets for Jobberslam 3 next Saturday. Woo! July 29th. Where the main event once again will be Sir Wilkins and Encore Moore versus Simon Miller and a mystery of a partner. So we're super excited about that. And then what else? And then the night after at Legends, NXT Great American Bash viewing party will be there. Simon Miller will be hosting. So you guys, everybody can come out before they start heading home if you're coming for a weekend. But I think everyone that has supported the Tears Podcast and Battle Club Pro, I think everyone that has supported those wrestling girls, because that's a definitely important thing to do, because 2 Black women in wrestling is not easy. So, but yeah, you can follow all us at the Tears Podcast on all social media platforms. You can subscribe to our YouTube page. We will be going live this Thursday. And that's it.
That's it. Y'all already know y'all can follow us, Those Wrestling Girls, on all social media platforms. Subscribe to our Patreon, our YouTube, our Twitch channel. Please make sure that you stay in tune to our TikToks and everything, because we're supporting Jobberslam and Jobberslam like we do. It's a yearly thing. It's tradition. It's literally autopilot for us. So we're gonna be there. Y'all better be there. On that note, it's your girl Krista B with the one and only Janelle from HR, and we are out of here until next time. See y'all later.
See you.
Queen PR, Krista B, Those Wrestling Girls, TWG, Black Excellence, making it effortless. Podcast bringing up women in wrestling. Let's go.